movie. Yes, it would.
Hello and welcome everybody to our third episode of Attack on Show.
Rob, they never said we make it to 3.
Who are they?
Them.
Well, we're rounding out the trilogy, whether or not they like it. We got an exciting show today on Preview Review. We're going to be looking at the upcoming Incredibles 2 sequel. Finally, after 15 years, we're going to get that. With Be Kind Rewind, we're going to be looking at another Brad Bird masterpiece, The Iron Giant. And I'm Binge Worth, a Marvel Netflix exclusive Daredevil. And finally, to wrap things up on I Miss My MTV, we're going to be looking at Leon Bridges and Odesza. So,
I may dance.
Jeff may dance. This is Attack on Show. Woo! Yeah! All right, we're back. Episode 3, everybody, on Attack on Show. Like we stated in the opener, we're going to look at Incredibles 2. Finally.
How long has it been?
The original came out in 2004. Yes, so Brad Bird's been doing some movies in the meantime. Anyway, we are very excited about the upcoming Incredibles 2, and they finally released a trailer during the Olympics. So here it is, everybody, The Incredibles 2.
Behold the Underminer!
Now, mind you, the Underminer came up at the very end.
The very end, as they were
Incredibles.
exiting the stadium.
So this is going to pick up exactly where it left off.
Yes.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah.
Superheroes are illegal.
We want to fight bad guys. I never see bad guys. It defines who I am.
We're not saying you have... What?
Someone on TV said it.
I was approached by this tycoon. Wants to talk about heroes.
Where's my super suit?
First back into the sunlight. We need Elastigirl.
Doesn't this feel like it's a little like reverse of rules?
Yeah, oh, we did this Incredibles 1 with the male. Let's do the exact same thing with the female.
How Disney?
I'll watch the kids, no problem.
That's not the way you're supposed to do it, Dad. They want us to do it this
I don't
way.
know that way. Why would they change math? Math is math.
What is Common Core math? Can we get rid of this by now?
For God's sake.
Good Lord.
Her eyelids so heavy, they're drooping.
Close it!
By the way, that's what happens when I try putting Jeff to bed.
Yes, it's true.
Over so well.
I've got to succeed so she can succeed. So we can succeed.
I get it, Bob. What the? That is freaky.
But I can't keep giving him cookies.
How? He's freaky.
Nobody and a daddy.
Done proper.
All right, well there it is, Rob.
Yes,
and I'm absolutely hoping this is not a Jack movie.
Yes, they did do the Incredibles short, although it was the after credits scene of Incredibles, and it did focus solely on Jack. With that said, though, I do put my faith behind Brad Bird. Everything the man has created has been very entertaining. When he made the jump from animation to live film, he did the Mission Impossible movie, which was
Phenomenal.
very well done. I mean, if you can make Tom Cruise cool, you're doing a great job. No, he's a great actor. I don't want to get into that. Anyway, Incredibles 2, finally, like I said before, the Incredibles 1 came out in 2004.
That's incredible, believe to that.
Yeah, 14 years later, we're finally getting a sequel. I do think Incredibles was one of Pixar's best. I'm very excited to see
you know what? I would argue, and I would love people's comments on this. I would say that Incredibles is Pixar's best.
One of the best.
You can probably do a Toy
I'm a
Story
huge Brad
there?
Bird fan. I would say the Toy Story, or I'm a huge fan of WALL-E. I know that a lot of people get that expression, but I thought WALL-E was very creative.
No. I can't knock WALL-E. I agree with you. A very different approach and.
Yeah, main character with no dialogue.
Yes, absolutely.
So Pixar has put out a great library, or they did put out a great library. I don't think they've been doing as good recently. But Incredibles, nonetheless, was a great feature film. A lot of great voice actors involved with that. We had Coach involved. We had Samuel L. Jackson, who really doesn't get involved in too many projects. So it was nice to see him do some voiceover work. Because
when's the last time you've seen him?
It's got to be at least a couple weeks since the movie came out with Samuel L. Jackson. So it was nice to see him get some more work.
What's in your wallet? All right. So
he does do commercials.
He does. He does
Totally
quite
went
a
on
few
my
of them.
head.
Yes.
So hey, Incredibles 2. I'm looking forward to it, Jeff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So everybody, keep an eye out for Incredibles 2. And with that, like I said, we're going to segue into another Brad Bird piece of work. the Iron Giant. This is Be Kind, Rewind.
I don't know about you, but Iron Giant is a personal favorite of mine.
Yeah, released in 1999. It was really a time when 3D animation started to come out. You had Toy Story rolling out, and studios were really struggling to try and catch a new audience with 2D animation. You had Titan AE come out. You had Iron Giant.
Iron Giant was actually a mix, Rob, of both computer-generated animation and traditional animation at the time.
Yeah, and they were really trying to reach the teenage audience, which no matter what you do, teenage audience is going to be very hard to catch when it comes to animation. However, Iron Giant was a huge critical success, but in the movie studio, or in the theaters, actually failed.
Yeah, it made less than a quarter originally of its budgeted film. It was a $40 million film, and it kind of made roughly in the $13 million range.
It actually is responsible for shutting down Warner Brothers feature film animation. So I know we're really selling you on this movie, but you have to check out Iron Giant. It's about a young boy who, he's on like summer break, and he finds these aren't spoilers, but he finds like a giant robot in the woods. He lives in this old country town, and a friendship between the two of them grows. It takes place in the 1950s, really when the United States and Russia were at even greater odds than they are today. There's the launch of Sputnik, and basically what the movie picks up on is the rumor of a giant robot running around town. The U.S. government gets paranoid and thinks perhaps it's an attack by Russia, so you have the CIA hunting down the Iron Giant, while you have Hogarth Hughes, best name in movie history, actually becoming friends with this robot and realizing what it truly is.
Really? See anything unusual, Hogarth?
No thing.
It's a fantastic, emotional movie. Characters are well driven.
Incredible voice acting, actually. Jennifer Aniston, Harry Connick Jr.
Vin Diesel
plays his first amazing role as the Giant, where I think he actually has more lines than he does as Groot. And,
I actually think it was his audition role, and
yes.
probably his best acting
by
to date.
By far.
Fantastic.
Yes.
His acting.
Yes, absolutely.
Regardless, Brad Bird is a genius. He's a very old school character driven director, and you really see it come through with Iron
Absolutely.
Giant. It's a great throwback animation style. I used to work at Blockbuster Video, and when this movie came out on video, I didn't watch it in theaters. I took it home for free because
really,
that was
Rob,
a perk. That was a perk.
Sounds like but it sounds like most people did not actually see it in theaters.
No, nobody did. So I took it home. I became an instant fan. And the funny thing is, when people would come through not knowing what to rent that time, I would give them Iron Giant. And I said, look, if you don't like the movie, come back and I will give you a free rental. And I even told them, you don't have to rewind. I mean, that was a good deal.
But they should be kind, Rob.
They should be kind. However, not a single person came back for a free rental. And such a great movie has not died down over time. And in fact, it's proven when you watch the Ready Player One trailer, it appears Iron Giant is an actual main character of the film. So keep an eye out for it. But honestly, go out and check out Iron Giant. You won't be disappointed. It's a great hour-and-a-half film.
Absolutely.
All ages can enjoy this movie. It's a great family film. Definitely check out Iron Giant. I highly recommend it. So,
Absolutely.
With that said, we're going to move on to our next segment here. Binge
Worthy.
It's a
Oh, wait,
question.
how it is. It's always a question.
Worthy.
Isn't it?
Listen up now. This is serious.
I was just wondering,
What you talking about, fool?
Shit, Bo.
All right, so on this week's episode of Binge Worthy, we're going to be looking at Netflix's Daredevil. So, Jeff, take it.
Thank you. I know many
You're
of
welcome.
you have had the opportunity to watch Netflix Daredevil. It kind of started the whole Marvel Netflix scenario. Which
It was the first Marvel show.
It was the first Marvel show. And again, I've talked to many people who the Punisher seems to have kind of taken over that mantle of the leader on the Netflix shows. And it's wonderful. Don't get me wrong. But to really understand that character, you really have to go back and watch the first 2 seasons of Daredevil. One is kind of an introduction to that sort of universe. It is a very gritty, somewhat dark, I'll say somewhat, very dark universe that kind of starts and really is a part of the overall Marvel Cinematic Universe. This takes place within it. It is very focused and segregated on that particular part of New York.
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen, absolutely.
Fantastic city, by the way. I don't know how real estate's not booming when you're moving to Hell's Kitchen.
Absolutely.
I watched Daredevil. I will say I did the reverse. I did watch Punisher first. I thought Punisher was a very good show. So I went back to see what Daredevil's storyline was. I will say I struggled to Daredevil.
The first episode, I think the first season, the first couple episodes, you do struggle. Again, and I will refer to this again and in future episodes, that pilot feeling of you're starting off and just trying to...
I mean, if you're expecting to see Daredevil in costume, I will tell you right now, you're not going to see it. So set the expectations a little lower. They take a long time to develop Daredevil, and you will sit through the entire first season. Whereas I kept waiting to see him become
It's
Daredevil.
not a bad season, but there is this long progression, maybe too long, that if I had a criticism of season 1, is that this long progression. However, the villain is utterly phenomenal.
Well, see, I will disagree with you because I found Vincent D'Onofrio to talk as if he was ready to take a shit the whole movie. I thought he was constipated.
I wanted to thank you for it.
He's in sentence fragments. He's constantly grunting, and I will
Again,
my revenge.
My mother, she sent me to live with relatives on the
And no more than like 3 words in a sentence for this guy.
I can't agree
shit
with
it out
you, but I
start
will
talking.
say, I really, again, he's probably one of my favorite actors. The role of Kingpin that
Since
he plays.
when though? Men in Black? Like
No,
what?
Law and Order. Law and Order.
Whoa, which season? 28 or 45? Isn't that?
They're all the same, aren't they?
I guess.
Okay.
Anyway, I found Kingpin to be very poor. I would even say Michael Clark Duncan did a better job at playing Kingpin than Vincent D'Onofrio. I didn't understand.
I think I'm done with this segment.
I didn't understand what they're trying to do. The character seemed like a whiny baby. He was like a spoiled brat.
He smashes a man's head with a car door.
But
it's phenomenal.
He was whining the whole time. I found him to be very whiny. The first season, to me, I really pushed through because, again, I wanted to see Punisher, who doesn't come up till season 2. Season 2, to me, I thought picked up. That goes against what many people say, is I think a lot of people didn't like season 2.
Which even Rob, I'll agree with you. I can't understand that. I get the slow burn and the slow run up on season 1. And I appreciate it. Again, at the time when I watched it the day, maybe the second day it came out, and watched the entire thing that day.
Wow, you had that much time.
I did that.
Yeah, well, season 2 to us, like I said, we ran through it. I enjoyed it. There wasn't enough Punisher. I do think they kind of blew their chance at really building the Punisher up at the beginning.
I find that interesting because I will argue that there was too much Punisher in a Daredevil show.
Like previous episodes before, when we had talked about Tim Burton's Batman, to just have a guy in a Batman suit be the character, I kind of expected out of the Daredevil shows. You didn't really get Daredevil in costume throughout all of season 1. You never saw Punisher in the Punisher costume.
I will argue,
the show
though,
does
Rob,
take
these
their...
are two maybe not Punisher. We're talking B or C level superheroes. That it's not like Batman where you can jump into it and everyone knows his backstory.
True.
Both of these are characters that really their backstory is, I would play a much more significant role in who they are as opposed to Batman.
Pick it up. You got 6 episodes to introduce. You got 6 episodes to make a kick-ass superhero. People get bored.
No, I get that, but that tends to be I think that is the mantra for these Marvel Netflix.
Sometimes you gotta go a little Michael Bay and just blow some shit up. I mean, they took.
You know what? Rob makes a really good point there. I have to admit, in that universe, in that part of the Netflix universe, sometimes you just need to blow some shit up. Which not to progress, but there are some other people in that universe we'll talk about later where the whole you just need to blow some shit up takes place, and I'm a big fan of those.
So Daredevil,
we'll get there.
Mixed reviews. Again, I wouldn't say skip it.
No.
I would just say lower your expectations when going in to watch the show. You'll enjoy it. Again, it's very slow going. Don't expect a lot of action, but there is some very good character development. There's some good acting throughout the show.
Yes, and much better than the cinematic version of Daredevil.
Are you taking a poo-poo on Ben Affleck right now?
How can you not? He's a much better Batman.
Well, that's binge-worthy, everybody. And now we're going to jump into...
I miss my MTV, Rob.
I miss my MTV,
Me
too.
too, really?
All right, on this week's segment of I Miss My MTV, we're going to be taking a look at Odesza featuring Leon Bridges, who is a personal favorite of mine. If you haven't heard of Leon Bridges and you like the sound of this, or if you don't judge Leon Bridges on that, because this is actually an Odesza production featuring Leon Bridges, who is a classic throwback artist. If you're into anything like Sam Cooke, Motown style music, Leon Bridges...
With the modern flair, right?
Yes, with the modern flair. Leon Bridges is the reincarnation of Sam Cooke. I got to see him actually at a jazz bar in Detroit, Michigan. It was $10 tickets. I knew who he was from following him on YouTube. I was excited for the show. The people at the jazz bar were actually giving me funny looks because I couldn't wait to get the tickets. They had no idea who Leon Bridges was. So I got to see him in a venue about the size of the room that we're filming in now, and it was amazing. Anyway, he's got a great 50s throwback Motown style. So after checking this out, I highly recommend go check out Leon Bridges on YouTube. He's got his first album out. Anyway, I will let the track speak for itself. This is Leon Bridges with
Enjoy.
Odesza featured on the song Across the Room.
The scent of your perfume has got me lost in a haze. And all this moment depends on the records that the DJ plays. Baby, move a little bit closer, 'cause I wanna feel you, babe. I wanna feel you, babe. Your friends are calling you, baby, stay with me instead. I know you're saying that you're tired, there's a little dance in your left. Even if I go, I still think of you in my bed. Of a good time we had.
How can you not love that?
Leon Bridges, everybody in Odesza. The beat's fantastic. You actually had mentioned earlier that that's a throwback from, who was it, Moby?
Yes, there's a Moby play to all of that.
It does sound, yes, it does have that type of feel to it. However, Leon Bridges' vocals in that, the guy is fantastic.
Well, and again, Rob, I don't think you can actually put away Odessa's background and
Oh no, the
that
beat's
workplace and
fantastic.
beat
You
is
could run that
utterly
beat on
fantastic.
its own. So.
Absolutely.
Yes, so definitely check this track out. The link
Please
is
do.
below. Give it a like. Give our episode a like.
And make
Share
sure you
with your
subscribe,
friends.
because
Yes.
you're going to miss us if you don't subscribe.
Again, get this on MySpace. We need the views.
No,
So,
we did MySpace, but also they also have to put it on their work website.
yes, LinkedIn. We definitely
Please,
need you guys
absolutely.
to share these
And
episodes.
while you're at work, do a mass email. Send it to everybody.
This is
Absolutely.
completely work related.
Absolutely.
So-
Whatever you do for a living, this is work related.
So thank you for tuning in to our third episode of Attack on Show. Again, I'm Robert Holland,
And I'm Jeff Marshall.
both wearing sexy specs. This has been Attack on Show.